There is plenty of material on the net about this, but I'll try to summarize. For a start, your twin flame is far from being the perfect partner so often depicted for this term. Your twin flame is rather your perfect mirror. When it's all said and done, you just know. But before that, you go on a bit of a trip of discovery. For a start, there are signs, plenty of them. But we don't notice them until we have been awakened to them, and the awakening actually starts with meeting our twin flames. You start to become more spiritually aware. But it's usually only one of you, the awakened twin. The other, the sleeper twin, is usually blissfully unaware of this until it's brought to their attention, and then they will tend to run from the connection. There are signs. You will see it in your twin's eyes, which was the first sign for me. Also, the depth of the connection is astounding, electrifying. You will feel like you have met your perfect partner. Everything will just fit and you've entered the bubble love phase, which rapidly follows the meeting, which is usually love at first sight. This has to be felt by both of you. If it's one-sided, it's just obsession. There could be a disruption at this point to the process, as there was for my twin and me, and you will have a bit of a mild separation for a while, depending on the circumstances, but when you get back together again, and you will experience the connection like nothing else you have ever known. The depth of this connection will lead to you and your twin confronting the most obvious of the differences that need to be ironed out before union is possible, and you will likely separate, a serious separation in which the real twin flame journey begins. At some point, you will think back at all the synchronicities, fortunate accidents, and coincidences that led you to meet your twin flame. You will start to notice number patterns like 1111 on the clock, and then later on, 222, which is the relationship number, 444, which is the angelic presence number, and 555, which is a number of change. But 1111 is the wake-up call. You will just glance at the clock for no reason. For me, it's my microwave oven, my computer screen, or the time on my phone, and it will say 11:11, right then, right at the very moment you glanced at it. Nothing is coincidence. It's all telling you something. After you've met your twin flame, you will actually discover the concept of twin flames. You won't have any idea of this concept until you discover your twin flame, generally, and even if you've heard of the concept, you will have forgotten it by the time you actually meet your twin. For me, I vaguely remember hearing the term a long time ago but promptly forgot it, passing it off as some sort of new age stuff. I didn't think much of this sort of thing back then. Somewhere in your quest for information about what's going on, you will discover the concept and you will have an aha moment. It will likely be during one of your separations from your twin, the significant separation, if you have an earlier mild one like I did. You may not have a separation from your twin, but most do. During that separation, you will have fits of soul-deep depression and pain. It will feel like it's going to drive you mad and you cannot rid yourself of this connection with your twin, which feels like obsession. In fact, the name commonly used for this is twin flame obsession. It feels obsessive because you just can't let it go, no matter what you do. It affects both twins but differently. The awakened twin will initially chase the other twin, but when that fails, will at some point sink into the depths of this depression, which is also referred to as the dark night of the soul or DNOTS, and is itself part of the ascension process. Which brings up a very significant point: DNOTS is part of the ascension process. I don't know if everyone experiences this, but anyone who has a separation likely will. The sleeper twin, who is also usually the runner, will try to run from the feeling. They will try to bury themselves in work, or perhaps drugs or alcohol, depending on the person. They will busy themselves as much as they can to avoid the pain. Nothing will work and they will eventually return to the awakened or stayer twin. All of these are signs of your twin flame. It's an experiential thing, and once you've had the experience, you just know. Being an INTJ, I always have at the back of my mind the possibility that this is just a load of bunkum, but also being an INTJ, I am forced to see that it all fits with what I myself have experienced and am still experiencing. The ascension process is profound. Meeting your twin flame is for many people synonymous with the start of the ascension process, and many of the signs for twin flames and for ascension are identical, leading to the logical conclusion: meeting your twin flame is going to lead to spiritual ascension. Update. Over time, as you become more and more aware of the fact that they are your twin flame, because of all the signs that you keep seeing, as well as other indicators, you come to understand that this is simply something you accept. You no longer seek signs to verify it, because you learn that you are surrounded by them, you can't escape them. You see them everywhere you look, at any time of the day. Eventually, you learn to just accept that they are your twin flame, whether that's something you want or not. For many, it's not actually something they desire if they have been on the journey long enough. The pain it brings is not something you would wish to continue. But the signs keep reminding you.